Have you ever wanted something but can't seem to find a company which can make it for you? Or broken an object in your house that you can't easily replace, like an oven handle? 3D printing technology allows for us to replace those objects or create the objects that we want with little ease. It's been ramping up over the past few years to where that you can pretty much print anything that you really want for your house or for people you know or your children. A year ago, I decided to invest in a 3D printer, and it's been really helpful for me. I've been able to print some objects for my wife and for my house itself. I got it to better understand the technology, to hopefully get into that business, and also to help the lives of the people who I know. I'll be explaining what these 3D printers are composed of, what parts make them up, and how to use one, how to operate one to the best of its functionality. I want to start with the most important part, which is understanding the parts that make up the printer, and by knowing those things, you'll then be able to better understand how to work the printer. First of all, this is the heat bed, this flat portion here. It allows for the print to stick to it once it's heated up. It's composed of a thin sheet of glass, about 1/8 of an inch thick, an insulation material, and a heated filament bed, which allows for the glass to heat and allows for it to stick onto it. The plastic that's being used is polylactic acid. It's based with corn. It's based from corn. It's normally called PLA, but there are many other plastics such as ABS or several others. They even have nylon, copper, and wood that you can use to extrude. Now, this is the extruder. This allows for the plastic filament to be fed in and is then pushed through the hot end, which heats the plastic and pushed into the direction of the shape that's necessary for it to be printed. Lastly, there is the computer and the display. It runs on an Arduino. This board allows for the model to be cut into certain pieces, sliced piece by piece, and then to be sent to the extruder. The extruder then takes it and writes the pattern out onto the glass bed. With all these components, that's really the most things that make up the 3D printer, other than the frame, which is just cut wood and some rods. It's really nothing too fancy. Next, I'd like to show you, after knowing those parts, how the printer works, how it's set up. First, you want to plug it in and turn it on. It's really simple. You just plug it into the wall and press this button right here. To begin the print, you would find a 3D model online somewhere like Thingiverse, or you would 3D model the model yourself using a program like AutoCAD. You would take that model and put it into a program such as Slicer or the MakerBot software that comes with the printers, and that printer will then take it and create a code from that 3D model. The 3D model is then converted into another file format. Then we take that 3D model and we put it on an SD card. That SD card is then placed into the computer right on the side. It's registered by the printer. We would then go to prepare and print, but only after auto-homing the printer. Auto-homing the printer allows for it to know where the bed is. By auto-homing the printer, we can see the level base for the print surface. Then we would go to the printer, we would select the file that we need, we'd hit print, and it would begin to extrude the plastic. Slowly but surely it would print. Prints last anywhere from a couple of minutes to several days, depending on the severity of the difficulty of the print. Now that you know how a 3D printer works and you know how to use it, let's go over what I've shown you. I've shown you the parts of the 3D printer, the extruder, the bed, the frame, the computer, and the plastic. I've shown you the process of the printer, loading the file into your computer, finding the file before, and slicing it, putting it in, and hitting print, which allows for it to print. And if you get a chance, head down to the Thingery on campus, and they can show you how to 3D print further, and you can use their printers if you would like. Thanks for your time.